Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus. I'm here again. Right now, this is, I think, Friday. It's about 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. The coronavirus has us all kind of locked down, restricted. Can't do this and can't do too much of that. And this is at a time when people are suffering. An enemy has come upon us called the coronavirus, and we don't know whether it's from nowhere, just up and appeared, or whether it was designed by people trying to make money and trying to be powerful and controlling and don't care about the rest of us, about killing billions of us. I don't know what the answer is, but I do know that we the people are not satisfied. We are scared. We are hoping that something happens. And this is happening at a time when we have been considering a presidential election. A presidential election because we have before us in the White House right now a gentleman that was called the devil as he was walking down that escalator. And the evidence to indicate that he was a devil, even before that escalator, was all apparent, based upon the things that he has tried to do in his life and the outcome of them. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a gentleman there who has no respect for the Constitution of the United States. And that it wouldn't even matter if he cared about we the people and had a plan. But he does not. He cared about himself and who he can use to promote himself. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. And I'd like to think that the American people deserve more than that. I know I do. I know my family does. My family being those that are immediate. And I have to believe that every last one of you deserve better than that. I believe without a doubt that those that support the President of the United States want better than that. But they're sticking to that because that seems to be the only thing they can put faith in. A devil. What does that say about us as a nation? And when I look at the people that are dissatisfied with him, who don't want to have anything to do with him, I mean, they are many. It would seem as if he should be beaten just like that. But in order for that to happen, ladies and gentlemen, you got to challenge him with something. Yeah, even the American people sometimes can be as dumb and dumber. I think about the other two candidates that are standing still, waiting for the moment that they can really say something, and they are Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders. Now, of these two candidates, I have made a post that Biden does not stand a chance. I know the Democratic Party, sticking to whatever the principles of the Democratic Party are, wants Biden. And ladies and gentlemen, Biden does not stand a chance. Just to give you a little bit of how I know this. Donald Trump thinks he's slick. I told you I used to work for the devil. I used to work. Let me say it again. The devil nobody likes. Because the devil is evil. The devil is a con artist. He's a liar. He uses and he abuses folks. Takes advantage of your ignorance. Takes advantage of your stupidity. I know the devil, ladies and gentlemen. I used to work for him. Now, I wasn't high up on the list. I wasn't that bad. But I was in his corner. Why? Because he kind of worked for a poor boy coming out of Mississippi who's been living under white rule all his life. White rule that cared nothing about him. Nothing. And when I say I'm talking about millions and millions of people under white rule that cares nothing about them. And Joe Biden has been promoting that system. When I say Joe Biden has been promoting, I'm talking about the Democratic Party has been promoting that system. The Republican Party, as you see it right now, you see its candidate is the current president, what people are still calling a devil. So I would say this devil played the American people, choosing the candidate to run against him. He made it appear as though he is afraid of Joe Biden, and the American people start thinking, oh, because they are not thinking, they just responding. Oh, he's afraid of Biden. Let's give him Biden. Let's give him Biden because Biden knows everything. And Biden's been around a long time. Doesn't mean a thing, ladies and gentlemen. People are not interested in what's been around a long time. People are not interested in the old way. They're looking for something better than anything that has ever been. That's why they got Trump, that liar. He tricked them. And now he's telling you that he wants Biden by having Giuliani go over to Ukraine to try to get some filth on him. And so now you push Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, if he had ran against Donald Trump last term, could have beat Donald Trump. But no, you didn't want it. The Democratic Party didn't want what Bernie Sanders stood for. And he didn't stand for that much that's different. But they didn't want that. And so they pushed him out and pulled Miss Clinton in with all the dirty laundry that she had to have, that she brought with her. And you see what happened to that, right? Now they want you to think that, give us Biden, don't give us Biden, go buy old Biden to get him. That man knows that Biden has been out here in this political thing forever. And what he's done, he's been a part of this political thing forever. He's been a part of this political thing that has been insufficient for the people. And now you want to put him up against Trump? I mean, Trump's laughing in his sleep at night if the Democrats are thinking about doing that. Now, Bernie Sanders is different. Bernie Sanders is talking about change. He's not as changeable as I am, but he's talking about change. And many people are excited about it, except those people who were satisfied with the old way, satisfied with that white domination over everybody, pretending like they are concerned about racism, pretending that they are concerned about the hatred and the bigotry that exists in this country while it continues to exist year after year after year after year, and even when the Republicans are out of the office. I mean, politics must think that people are fools, but people wake up one day. So, is Sanders the best candidate? This is what I'll say. If I were to vote for anybody other than myself, I would vote for Sanders. Now, why won't I vote for Sanders? The reason that I won't vote for Sanders is because Sanders is not good enough. I'm sitting here in my bedroom last night thinking about how sick I feel from the fact that my brothers and sisters throughout this country seem to be so vulnerable and so blind till they don't know what to do. They know deep down inside what they want, but they don't know who to trust because they've been taught to distrust everybody for race, for gender, for ethnicity, for economics. So I was awakened this morning with a thought, and this is what I'm going to say to you, the American people. And if you don't want me to say anymore after I've presented this post, then maybe I won't. But let me tell you something. There is never a presidential candidate in the 70 years that I have been living that I admire. Not a single one. Yes, there might have been some that were a little bit more better for the people than others. But they have all, as far as I'm concerned, been misfits. And some might say, well, that's what the people needed. Misfits. Because they were uneducated. They were deduced to the status of a misfit. Well, you didn't reduce me to a state of a misfit. So, this is my proposal. I don't know if I'm going to survive this coronavirus. I have no idea. Just like the rest of you, I would like to. But what does it mean to survive this coronavirus? Not going back down that same path that I was traveling when I got here. No, ladies and gentlemen, that's not me. And now I don't care. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned about what your basic ideas are at this moment in time. I am concerned about what is right. I am concerned about getting that evil stuff out of this nation when it comes down to the system of government of we the people. So what do I propose? I propose that your representative against Trump is me, Eddie Marcus. Now, I have sought after office over and over again as a Democrat. Democrats have always resisted me. I have sought after this position as an agent from God, blessing God. And the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, and the church have resisted me. So let me tell you, what the Democratic Party, what the church, and what the Republican Party want, I do not give a damn. What I'm running for president for is for what I want. And I want to tell you what I want. This is what I want. I want every American citizen, their needs, their wants, and their desires, I want to see them come as close to being met as they possibly humanly can. That's you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm tired of your needs. I'm tired of your needs and your desires being discarded, ignored. I am fed up with that. I don't work for the devil anymore. And you know what I want? I want to live in peace. I'm sure you do. I want to be free, live free. I'm sure you do. I want to be prosperous in my life, and I'm sure you do. I want joy of living, and I'm sure you do. I want my dreams to be fulfilled. I want to experience my dreams in the reality, and I'm sure you do. But I don't stop there. I want myself and every American to never, ever be denied food, clothing, or shelter. I want you to live having access to this and the best that you can have. That's what I want for you and myself. Now, I don't stop there. I want education for everybody in this country, and I want it unlimited, and I want it unrestricted. That's what I want. And that's what I run on. But I don't stop there. I want health care for everybody in this country from the womb to the tomb. You see, that's what I want. And that's what I stand up for. That's what I fight for. And that's what I'm telling you, the American people, that I want for myself and I want it for you. I don't care if you don't want it. I want it for you. But it doesn't stop there, ladies and gentlemen. I know many of you, based upon your limited ability to think, are saying, how in the hell can he do that? Let me tell you how. I can't do it in hell. I have to do it heavenly. All we've been experiencing is a measure of hell. I want to do it heavenly. That's the only way I can do it. I don't know if I got any supporters, but heavenly is the way I come. How do I do that? I recognize that mankind was created by a power that they can't see, can't touch, can't feel, but the evidence that creator is all around us. And ladies and gentlemen, I have been blessed enough to have experienced the kind of miracles that take away any doubt that you might have about a creator. I don't have any doubt. And so, because of that, I realize that everybody on earth, the things that I've just mentioned to you, want that, desire that, need that. I realize that everybody on earth would benefit from the things that I've mentioned. And most of them, without doubt, could not survive the things that I've mentioned. Now, how did God prepare for that? Everybody that would benefit from it have been given a gift, something that they could use as a job, a career of choice, that they could participate in the process. You know, you might have a part, just a sprinkle of a role that plays in the process. And that all happens, ladies and gentlemen, when all of the people are engaged in a career of their own choosing. What that means? That means putting people to work. Out across this nation, you got so many people unemployed, it's a crying shame. All across the world, you got people so unemployed, it's a crying shame. And why is that's a strategy? That's the strategy of Satan. That's a strategy of Satan to rip you off. Everybody that you see in this country that's homeless, everybody that you see in this country that's homeless, going to shelters, looking for food, trying to sleep in ditches overnight, people whose bills are behind, these people have been robbed, ladies and gentlemen. They have been robbed by who? By all of the people. Everybody's guilty. It's not just robbed by Democrats. They're not just robbed by Republicans. They are robbed by you, the people. Why? Because you either support the Republican way, or you support the Democratic way, or you just support the way things are. And the result of it is this hell that we are living in right now, imprisoned by the coronavirus. That's where we are. That's the state of America. That probably is the state of the world. But right now, if I'm going to overcome this virus, if I'm going to have to live in this nation after this virus, then doggone it, I'll be damned if I want to live in it through the hell I've been walking through with this administration and you, the American people, that's putting up with it. And if you're not putting up with it, you're upset, but you got no vision about how to overcome this thing. And that means I'm basically put out with you and the way you have been speaking and thinking and caring about yourself and caring about one another. I'm fed up with it. And I'm running for president of the United States because I'm fed up with you and your bullshit. Now, I realize that what I speak to you about is a vision. I realize that it's something that's in my heart. I say it came from God. A statement from God to you that what you could have if you stop listening to that stuff you've been trained in. So, I say to you, the American people, I want to live as though I am in heaven without dying to go there. I want to build it right here. And I can do it with you and your support. Now, I'm wise enough to know I'm not stupid like Trump. I don't know every darn thing. But I do know what I just said to you is what I want. I desire with my whole life. And I know that those things that I personally do not know how to do, not required to know how to do, because there are those of you in this country who know more about certain different things than I could ever imagine. But you don't know what I'm talking about. You need to be given the chance, the opportunity to explode yourself with all that wisdom that you got and that knowledge that you got to change this nation, to make it something that's beautiful and perfect. Not just America alone, but we do this so the world can see where we've come. And stop listening to dictators, stop listening to devils, stop listening to you con artists out there. Con artists, ladies and gentlemen. In a nation where you got a person suffering is a con artist nation. Now, do I think America is a great nation? It's okay. Do I think it's better than any other nation? Hell no. People are suffering everywhere. I don't care if you're democracy, communism, socialism, dictator, whatever you want to call it. If people are suffering from those things that I mentioned here, then your government and your people who put up with that ain't worth a shit. And the only reason you're still here is because God want to give you an opportunity to change. And I'm telling you, I won't change. And I'm standing up because I'm tired of this junk. I won't change. What about you? Do you want change? Then act like it. Stop acting like a fool. Like you lost your mind. Now, I know no Democrat gonna pick me up. I know no Republican gonna pick me up. In fact, I don't want to run on no Democratic ticket. I don't want nobody to think I'm a Democrat. I wouldn't run on a Republican ticket. I am not a Republican. In fact, I'm just a citizen of the world. living in the United States of America as a black man who ain't got no money. And I can't run unless I run as a write-in. That means that you, the people, got to hear of me. You got to want what I want so bad that you go to the polls and write my name in it. And if you don't, if you can't see that, then God just bless you and forgive you, brothers and sisters. Because the devil in the White House is yours. You brought him here. And anything less than that will be in your responsibility. Has anybody offered you what I am offering you? Not in my lifetime. No, not in my lifetime. And ladies and gentlemen, I know what I've just shared with you needs a lot of more information. I can't give it all to you now, nor do I want to. And I don't even want to tell you if you don't want it. Because for 36 years, I've been posting, I've been producing videos, CDs, DVDs, brochures, pamphlets, everything. Speaking on street corners, speaking in churches, speaking out anywhere I can to tell you about God's way. And this is what I'm talking about. God's way. There is a God of love. And there's a devil out here, but there's a God of love. And I'm representing the God of love. And damn it, if you don't like the God of love, then you take your ass on to hell. And I know you don't like what I'm saying, but I'm saying it because I'm pissed off with you. And nice little smooth, easy little words are not what I need right now. I want you to know how I feel. Damn it. Because if I survive this coronavirus system that we're going through, that pandemic that we're going through, and I have nothing better to live for than what Donald Trump has been offering America, or what a Joe Biden can do for America, you must be out of your damn mind. I don't want to go through that crap no more, and I refuse to. What about you? I come to you. I got up out that bed. I came here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're fed up with the bullshit, I'm your man. But I can't do a darn thing without your support. And I ain't looking for support for those who believe that not a single human being should be suffering in a country that's made by God. The resources made available by God. Gifts and skills put in human beings by God. And some demon come and tell you that some of you are more special than others, deserve more than others. Look, today people are sick and dying. And you know what they're thinking about? Making money. What's the profit motive? What's the economy going to be like? You silly, silly, silly. I'm not going to say that word. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think you might have my point. I'm going to stop now. I've been talking about 23 minutes. I made my point. Now I'm going back to bed. Good night.